Um, Been a while. A lot of things are happening right now. Working on finishing purchase of a house. Because my husband and I'll be moving. Uh, Odds are in mid-May. From here in New York to Missouri. So beyond that, husband just got hearing aids, and I'm this point sizably into back to what will be my last full semester of my bachelor's degree in college. But there's beyond that, you probably hear my voice a little bit. I'm probably coming down with a bit of a bug that I'm trying to fend off. And there's another false flag attack in Florida. This time it was in Florida. And so again, the debate has been shot up about the concept of gun control. And most people that seem to be pushing for it have no clue what they're talking about. They don't know what assault rifles are. They don't know what assault weapons are. I'm even hearing about nonsense about the, Democrats may be actually trying to crack down and ban knives. And that gets back to the fact that I've been told by at least one pair of people when I was really reliant upon, with a bad day of arthritis and overall pain, that I should just switch to a wheelchair, and because my cane, because of its ability to be used as a weapon, should be banned. Cars can be used as weapons easily, folks. Baseball bats can be used as weapons easily. Hockey sticks can be used as weapons easily. Yes, canes can be. Okay, I'm not going to deny that my 4-footed metal cane, it can be used as a weapon. Okay, I'm not going to deny that. Which is to say, the force and the ability for it to hold me up and to help me balance when I'm about to fall. That's the same force that, if I'm trying to hit someone who's trying to attack me, can kill them. Okay, it's that same strength. But again, I don't use it for that. Don't get me wrong, if someone really tried to come at me, okay, not with words, but, unfortunately I don't live in a good neighborhood, yeah, I would. Or at least I'd try. But again, I'd have to have them either trying to, physically pick me up, or, drag me, or grab my husband for me to do that. But, that's, yeah, it's a fact. It can be used as a weapon. There's so many things it can be. Humans will find a way. If you want to, you can, pull shoelaces out of your shoes, and you could strangle someone with them if you were so inclined. Same thing with pretty much any and every kind of string that you could think of. Are we gonna ban them all? Pens, pencils, they could be, if you force someone to swallow it, or, push it hard enough into someone's neck, they'll be dead too. Where does it end? Where is that frickin' line? When you're starting to talk about banning knives, when you're starting to get, again, into the concept of banning canes, metal canes, because of propensity to be used as weapons, where does it frickin' end? Okay, when you have people that don't really know what chemicals are in terms of what could be possibly mixed to make a bomb, and they're going through your luggage at the airports to determine what could possibly, be a problem. And their habit and the standard course of things is to put all things that could be used as a bomb or made into a bomb together in the same trash bin right beside the gate. And this is called a safety measure. Where does this end? And oh, by the way, it's a similar deal in terms of when you go through security, checkpoints. Unless it's a fairly low volume zone, when they confiscate stuff, for the most part, they put all of the stuff together in one area. The real places where they actually have decent security, what their process is that they don't put it all together. They demand or they take it deliberately outside, away from the building, like at least 6 to 12 feet, and they throw it out there, okay? And or have a team, okay, of folks that actually take it to some other disposal site off the premises, okay? But in airports where people claim, oh, this is security, all in one bin, right beside the gate, as if that's really going to do anything. If it was really a danger to begin with. It's a bad joke. And yet, I can't help but laugh at the stupidity of it. And the futility. This is authoritarianism. This is flat out wrong. This is not really going to help keep anyone safe. And yes, this is over yet another false flag attack that this debate is occurring and renewing. It's sick. I don't want to see any more laws on this in terms of banning guns or restricting guns of this ilk. It's ridiculous. And in the meantime, a real story about diminishing the Americans with Disabilities Act has largely gone on off the radar, stayed out of the headlines. And that's more important. It's a law that weakens, and it's passed the House now, the Americans with Disabilities Act. It now gives even worse of a delay time in terms of demanding that people who require modifications and access, that not only do they actually, which again, this is now standard across most of the USA, we actually, as people with disabilities, we actually have to find the problems ourselves and notify others. There's no, certification team in any way, shape, or form. So it's a matter of people with disabilities actually have to go there, seek it out, figure out that there's a problem, and then report it and or sue over it in order to get it fixed. Now, what this new law would do, if it were fully passed and signed, is to say to folks that want to sue that they have to not only ask, and which many of us will just ask, but now we actually have to demand in writing, as part of threatening to sue an entity. Then wait a few months. Then now that business has a right to say, well, we've made progress, and therefore you can't sue us because we've at least progressed towards getting what you've asked for. Which is sick. They don't even have to have fixed the problem. They could just say, well, we've made significant progress, that's enough. No, it's not. It means that as bad as things are in terms of accessibility for people with disabilities, they're going to get worse. And again, they're already in a pretty frickin' rotten state across most of the United States of America. Especially, ironically, in cities. But they're going to get even worse with this new federal weakening of the ADA, if this goes through. You know, the hashtag is going around, hands off my ADA. I get injured. Granted, it's generally just bumps and bruises, and a couple of dislocations that I, tap back into place. But this happens to me at least 3 to 5 times a freaking week now that I'm on the buses and trains. At least, 3 to 4 days a week now. Every week. I'm getting injured on a regular basis already. Because New York City transit system is not handicapped accessible by any stretch of imagination. So again, we got one bit of nonsense on nonsense, and then we've got one really destructive thing on rights that's starting to head through. The Second Amendment was put there for a really pretty valid set of reasons. The Americans with Disabilities Act needs to be strengthened, if anything, not weakened. And it was definitely put there for a very valid set of reasons. Fight for the right things. Liberty, justice, not further restrictions on what little few freedoms we have left. Shalom.